provide far better care.
Sounds great. So will Congress give him the support he needs? Here to weigh in is Kentucky Republican Senator Rand Paul. Senator, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
I know you haven't seen eye to eye with our new president through his career of being a candidate and whatnot. But last night, you know, it's bipartisan. People seem to like what they heard. What kind of a grade would you give him?
You know, I thought he did really well. I think that he mentioned a lot of things that we've been advocating for a long time. Regulatory relief, tax relief, repeal of Obamacare. Now, when you looked at the crowd, it was a bit partisan. There were a few sullen faces on the other side. And, you know, when he said we're going to drain the swamp, I heard some audible
they didn't like
sighs.
That.
Audible sighs came from the swamp. So,
right.
All right, so when it comes to Obamacare, repealing and replacing, I know that Republicans have different ideas on what's best. I know you have one plan. The Speaker has a plan. What exactly can you not agree on?
Well, I think what we can agree on is we all voted to repeal Obamacare about a year ago. So there was a previous vote. We all agreed on it. Everybody voted for it. To me, it would be pretty simple just to vote on that again. People are trying to make it too elaborate now, and they're adding in some government programs that I object to. So, for example, if you give people back money that they did not pay in taxes, that is basically an entitlement program. So if you have a refundable tax credit and you give everybody back money they did not pay in taxes, and you say we're going to help you with your health insurance to that, how is that different than Obamacare subsidies? We just call them tax credits instead of subsidies, but they're the same thing. It's government money, of which there's a shortage of. You know, we're borrowing about $1 million a minute. So I think there is agreement on the previous repeal. Put that forward and we're done in 10 minutes. I promise you. Put forward the repeal we had that we all voted on. We're done in 10 minutes. The replacement can be done as a separate bill, and it's going to require more consensus. And frankly, it's going to require Democrats to vote for. But many of the items that we have disagreement on, put them in a separate package, and we're done with this. We can be done in a week with repeal of Obamacare if they'll give us the repeal we voted on previously.
So that's so interesting. By the way, the Freedom Caucus, Jim Jordan says, I'm with Rand Paul, not with Paul Ryan. So that's a little bit of a problem if Republicans wanted people to get on the same page. But that gap period is what gets the average American concerned. Oh, my goodness, what's going to happen in the interim? I thought you were the one of the people that called up the president and said, I really think we have to have a replace ready to go.
We do have a replacement bill, and I would put it forward on the exact same day. And this replacement bill that we have would lower insurance costs. That's what the president mentioned in his speech. We want less expensive insurance for everybody in the country. The other aspect of our plan that is fascinating is that we will not have anybody left in the individual market. Everybody in the individual market will be able to join an association, which is group insurance, which is protected for pre-existing conditions and also gets you a cheaper price. We will have people in associations that may be, you know, the Farm Bureau, for example. If the Farm Bureau did this nationally, they would have a couple 100,000 people buying insurance, but one person would negotiate a lower rate for everybody, and they would be in a group insurance policy. Insurance companies would hate it. That's why they don't like associations, because we would empower the consumer. But we have a replacement plan, but it's not a government plan. It's a free market plan.
Well, stay tuned. Let's see what happens. Senator, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So what is the president's